Hello, international entrepreneurs. Bom dia, boa tarde, ou boa noite, wherever you may be. Welcome to From Rio to ROI, the channel that helps international entrepreneurs do business either with Brazil or inside of Brazil. Now, most of you who may be watching this video, if you're an international entrepreneur, maybe part of your business could be importing goods into your country. And if that's the case, you might already be doing business with China. And why not? China is, in fact, known as the factory to the world. What a lot of people don't know, actually, is that Brazil also has a lot of manufacturing. And they've got manufacturing in a lot of areas where they are competitive. To give you an example, in the pet industry, particularly pet foods, snacks, and supplements. Brazil is one of the largest markets in the world for these products. In fact, in 2016, the Brazilian market didn't even crack the top 10 in the world for pet products. By 2023, it was already the third largest. And what we've seen as a result of that is this massive increase in the production of pet foods and supplements. And Brazil is one of the perfect places to do this because the raw materials, the commodities to produce these goods are actually made here in Brazil at global scale. So that's just one example. I can give you several other examples. Toys, for instance, that's another big industry, manufacturing industry here. Cosmetics, auto parts, nutritional supplements, massively growing industry here right inside of Brazil. The problem is a lot of the world doesn't know that Brazil makes all of these things and they make it on a commercially viable scale. However, there are some of you out there who have an entrepreneurial bent to you, and no doubt you would know some of this. And you may have even tried to get in contact with some of these manufacturers. But I know you guys would have run into a serious problem. Just to give you an example to those who don't know, let me show you. I'm going to give you an example of how things usually go. If, for example, you wanted to order, let us say, toys from a manufacturer in China, how would you go about that? Well, first you'd start on Google. You would probably type in toy manufacturers in China. It would lead you to sites like such as Alibaba or Made in China. All of these other sites that will list the Chinese manufacturers. You go into the site, you search your your type of toy, a list of manufacturers will pop up. You click on the manufacturer, you hit direct message, you punch your name in, your message, your email address, you sign up to the platform, and poof, in a matter of minutes, you can be in contact with a manufacturer speaking English. And before you know it, within a month to 6 weeks, you placed your order, you sent your payments, and your goods are on the way. Easy. And that's the beauty about China. China has made doing business with international entrepreneurs very easy, right? And we've gotten to the point where we're actually a little bit spoiled by that, right? Our brains no longer have to think as much. It's already made so easy. But making it easy has also meant that the barriers have come down and there's a lot of competition in the market. So what could be a good differential for an international entrepreneur? Maybe you could look to other countries who also have advantages. Brazil could be one of those. And I can tell you, because I have been through this myself. Sure, you're like, okay, let me get in contact with a Brazilian manufacturer of toys. So I jump on Google and I type in English, toys in Brazil. The results are, they're not as good as what you would find for China, and they're not as much. And you're like, okay, but wait a minute, I see there is one here. Let me get in contact with him. So you go onto their website. The English isn't so good, but you could see there's an email, and you say, okay, let me send a message to this email. So you type out an email and you send it. And you sit down and you wait. And you wait. And you wait. And you wait. And what happens? Crickets. No reply, no response. And then you're like, okay, you know what? I saw that they had a number. Let me get in contact with them. You pick up the phone, you dial the number, you listen, you wait, and then you get disconnected. You're like, okay, let's try again. This time the phone's ringing. Okay. And then you get an answering machine. Holy crap, these people are speaking something like drunk Spanish. What is this? I'm not understanding it. It's Portuguese, right? So you say, you get the menu of options and you just hit a random number, number 6, right? And all of a sudden, the person on the other line answers and you start to speak in English. And you hear some variation of, desculpa, senhor, eu não entendo o que você está falando. And you don't even know what the hell the person just said, right? And they hang up on you. And that is just a basic part of when you first try to do business in Brazil, you go through this problem. Get a simple thing as getting in contact with the manufacturer, you realize becomes this challenge, this hill that you have to go up, this mountain that you have to get to the summit, right? You never expected this, right? So you move on to another manufacturer and you see it's pretty much the same, right? Here's the thing, and this is the thing that no one tells you, right? There's this information. This is the information they don't tell you about on Google. I don't even think there are YouTube videos that tell you about this. To get in contact with a Brazilian manufacturer, forget email and definitely forget picking up the phone and calling if you do not speak Portuguese, right? The best way to get in contact with a Brazilian manufacturer is you go onto their website, you scroll down, and you look for that icon, that green icon that says WhatsApp, right? The reason for this is because here in Brazil, most people, one of the big ways of communicating in terms of business between customer and the business or business to business is through WhatsApp, right? So you find the WhatsApp logo icon, you click on it, you connect it to your WhatsApp on your phone or on your computer, and this is what you do. You go into, let's say, for example, Google Gemini, or ChatGPT, and you put in that prompt to translate your query from English to Brazilian Portuguese. And what you're going to do, by the way, I am actually going to leave a prompt for you guys to use right here in the comments below. I'll leave a prompt for you guys so that you can test it out yourself, right? So you do that, you put it in English, and you have it translated to Brazilian Portuguese, and you go and you send that message to the WhatsApp. Now, that WhatsApp message most likely is going to go to a part of the business, a sector called SAC, as they say in Brazilian Portuguese, SAC, Serviço de Atendimento ao Consumidor, right? So that's basically the customer service. However, when someone responds from customer service, you're basically saying, hi, yes, I'm looking to get in contact with the commercial manager because I am a foreigner and I'm a foreign company and I would like to import your products. Are your products available for export? This sort of thing. Keeping in mind that you have to do the translate. I strongly recommend Google Gemini. I have found that their translations are very sharp and they don't require as much corrections as, say, for example, ChatGPT or even Google Translate, right? I found it to be the best. And usually that department, customer service, the SAC, they will many times give you the direct contact, the direct WhatsApp contact to the person in the organization who can handle your query. Sometimes that person, you may get in contact with them and they may say, oh no, you really need to go to this other person, and they will give you their WhatsApp contact. And pretty much that's how you take the business forward and not get ignored or ghosted online, right? So that's the one way, guys, that you can get in contact with Brazilian manufacturers, right? And something that they don't tell you. So it's not, once again, It's not via email, and it's not picking up the phone to call. It is through the WhatsApp contact that you get from the manufacturer's website. All right. So if you guys have found this information to be helpful, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe. And guys, please stay tuned to this channel because I intend to produce more content for all of you guys, all of you international entrepreneurs who are either thinking about doing business with Brazil or coming to Brazil to do business inside of Brazil. Okay? So until next time, guys, take care.